Hello and welcome to our episode. Welcome to Angel Chestnut Studio, my multi-passionate brand where I teach crafty creators how to travel, make moments, create, and curate memories by offering practical tools, tips, and techniques. If this is your first time here, my name is Angel Chestnut, and I'm a photographer, cinematographer, public relations specialist based in Northern Virginia. If you're not following me on socials, you can find me at Instagram at Angel Chestnut Studio, or you can connect with me at LinkedIn at Angel Chestnut. Follow the link on the screen. Now, before we get into today's episode, I want to do a little housekeeping. You will see some affiliate links in the channel description, and should you click on those links and make any purchases, I will receive a small commission at no additional cost to you. Now that we've got the housekeeping out of the way, let's get started. Had to do my little advertisement there. As usual, I am Angel Chestnut, and I am your memory maker mentor. Welcome to episode 4. I really do have a passion for sharing tools, tips, and techniques about all things paper crafting, memory keeping, and visual storytelling. But one subject that is near and dear to my heart is travel. I love to travel and travel on a budget. I like to travel and do so without breaking the bank. In today's episode, we will be talking about how I travel with my top 20 must-have items. This is not an all-inclusive list, but these are the things that I've thought of that I pretty much have on me, no matter if I'm traveling domestically or internationally. So without further ado, let's get started. Before I go any further, I forgot to do this the last time, and I'm telling you, it irked me, and I tried to record again, and I was, I don't hear my it's there, but it's low. Okay, so I did have it on. So let me cut it up just a little bit. On playback, you hear the paper. I don't have a noise quieting mic. And I want to put my mic in, and I want to see if the audio is going to be different because it was a little pitchy in my previous episode. And we're at the end of the day almost. Well, it is the end of the day. As soon as I get done taping this, I am grabbing some dinner, and I'm going to start winding down because my days begin at very early. Put that down. It's a little better. Here, I can't see nothing from my script. Yes, Angel reads from the script, y'all. So my top 20 must-haves for my packing list. Now, right off the bat, copies of important documents. And before we even get into copies, this is a side note. This passport, I have a passport cover. This is an RFID passport cover. Check your passport, y'all. And if you are traveling internationally, some countries require you to have at least 6 months left on your passport before expiration. Don't get caught out there. Like I've seen some videos where someone got to the gate, they realized they couldn't check in because their passport didn't have the required amount of time left on it, and they had to fly out a different day because they had to make an emergency appointment at the embassy. With the pandemic restrictions, I believe they're lifted for most. You can get a same-day appointment. Don't put yourself through that. Go ahead and check your passports, please. One thing I left off the list, I'm going to go ahead and say it because I'm looking right at it. I have global entry. If you're going overseas, it is worth its money in gold, and global entry comes with TSA Pre as well. I also have Clear. So I use all the things so that I can get in and get out of that airport expeditiously. So copies of your documents in case it is lost or stolen, it is helpful to have a copy of it when you present yourself to the nearest consulate if you're out of the country. And it makes the process go a little easier because you have a copy of it. I've never had to use it. That's what I've been told. Basic first aid kit. And for me, when I say basic, I just have band-aids and some either a tube of bacitration ointment or burn ointment. I burnt my hand on a air fryer that was in the Airbnb I was staying in, and this was fairly recently, so it's just healing up. It helped that I had some Neosporin for it, and then I went to the drugstore and got some burn cream. So basic first aid kit, that's what I'm talking about. Just basic things. It doesn't have to be this elaborate thing. Aspirin, seasickness medication. It's a little travel pack. Get it right at CVS. Costs about $20. Use your coupon. I'm sitting on a $5 coupon myself. That would be something that this would come in handy for. The next thing is a power converter, a universal power converter. Mine has several little plugs. Last year I was doing a lot of traveling, so I know I had a plug for Japan, and I had a plug for Asia, and then I turned around and went to Europe, and so I can use the same. It's like a little cube, and you just take the adapters off, and it came in handy. It wasn't. I have a lot of stuff that's plugged in, so it wasn't all inclusive, but I have a multi-port extension cord, and so I just plugged that in to the adapter. I was scared it was going to burn up my stuff, but it didn't. It protected it, and I traveled twice overseas with it. So Conair was one of them, and I can't remember the other one I had. I don't have it handy. A water bottle. So I use a Brita. It's pretty big. But what I like about it, it has a filter in it, and most airports internationally, and I wouldn't say most, some have where you can just fill up your water bottle for free instead of paying $5-6 for a bottle of water. You can just use the spring water. I'm having a sip because, well, I'm responsible, and it's been a long day of taping. Next on the list is, again, this was an influencer I saw on socials last year. Oh my God, I was so happy she had this, and now I have a link for it in my Amazon. This is a portable water kettle. Yeah, I'm a budget traveler, so there are times when I just want some ramen noodles or something that hot water will heat up. This comes in 3 settings. The highest setting is 212. It's 176, I think, for one, and then it's 112 for another. I use it for tea. I cannot tell you how many times I just want tea. I don't necessarily need coffee. And the hotel doesn't have hot water that I'm staying at, or is local, and I don't want to be heating up the water locally because I don't want my stomach to be jacked up. Filter your water, put it in here, heat it up, and you've got a multi-useful device to take you through your trip. I told you I'm a person who travels on a budget. And if you have been to Japan, there's 7-Elevens. Chef's kiss. You can get a week's worth of grub for about $25, and you maybe eat out once a day. You can travel on a budget, y'all, and this hot water kettle is key. Next on the list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number 6, sneakers with arch support. I'm gonna wrap my sneakers. Oh my goodness. I got these sneakers a year ago. This time last year, I was on a month-long trip to several different countries in Europe. I have plantar fasciitis and flat feet, so I need the extra arch support. I've used a black pair I bought, and I flip-flopped my orthotics. I went up a size. I wear a size 6.5. This is a size 7. Yeah, and I did that to accommodate the arch support. I knew I would be doing a lot of walking. If you ever been to Portugal, that was my last stop. I was spending a week there, and I wanted to make sure my shoes would hold up. I am just needing to replace these things. Look at the heel, it's dirty. It is just showing wear and tear right here. So it's time to replace them. And they still feel pretty good on my feet. I can't tell you the tens of thousands of miles that I have on it. So highly suggest a good pair of sneakers with arch support, and give yourself enough room. Go up a size or go wide. So if you do need orthotics, you have room for those. Number 7. Woo, what do I have? I can't find it. I don't have a lot of space here, so I'm just grab it real quick. Packing cubes, okay? Packing cubes. So I use a set from Bag Ale. I abuse it. What happens is the cube is this size. I have all of them nested in here, so I'm going to completely fill it. So it's really this width, and I fill it. I fill it up. I'm usually sitting on it to smash it, so it goes from this wide. I should have had a video where I just came up from a trip. I have to sit on it, and it takes it down to like half of the size. And it is well worth the money. I cannot remember what it costs, but I will have it linked in my Amazon shop if you want to shop for it. Number 8, I should have these numbered. The folding toiletry bag, it really makes a big difference. It can fold into a cube, or you can have it flat. I was so pressed for space that I would normally, and this is loud, I'm sorry, I would just lay it across the top of the luggage once I'm done with the packing cubes, and it gives me a nice flat surface typically. The next one on the list is a set of nesting luggage. It's in the closet, I ain't getting it. The rectangular ones, extra large, large, medium, or large, medium, small. I also have luggage covers. I get so many compliments on it. It does protect the luggage to an extent. It will get scratched up, but it won't be totally jacked up. Now, if they're totally reckless with your bags, there's nothing you can do to protect it. But for me, it just gives me peace of mind. I've traveled with this particular set 3 times. There are scratches on all pieces. However, it's not totally drug across the ground because I did have the plastic covers in there. The luggage is purple. It's in the picture in the thumbnail. You can zoom in and see a picture of it. But I upgraded to these. This has a little more oomph to it. And I got them in a set of 3. I got them on Prime Day, so Black Friday's coming around. Go to Amazon. I will have it linked in my site. And you just drape it across. The opening is for your handle. And this Velcro, well, actually this is a zipper. I don't know how much I like this. This is a zipper. And it zips it closed. I'm not going to do all that on camera. 3-in-1 charger. Now, I don't know if I can reach for it, but this thing has come in handy. I've had it a year. Drop my my earpods. This thing folds up like this, but it's a space saver because I get my Apple Watch here, earpods here. Well, actually, earpods are here. I was using it wrong. The earpods are there, and then this is for your phone because you have a magnetic piece on the back of the phone. And it starts charging if I have it. It's so crazy. Yeah, it starts charging once if you have it plugged up. This will survive multiple trips overseas, and I haven't lost it. It was a lot of stuff. I'm so happy. And it was kind of pricey. It's close to $40, and it hasn't really come down. It says travel large double bag. I did the 3-packing cube. Mini ring light. So I'm going to show you this mini ring light. I've had this for about 18 months. Cut it off, cut it down. It's you use a USB on the other end and I use a plug. It probably keeps a charge off the charger, I would say about a half hour. It's not long lasting, but it really does improve when I'm on a telephone. It's got multiple levels and multiple color schemes. So this one is more of a cool tone. This one, and you can dim it, and it just looks better like that. If I want a warmer tone here, and if I want to bring it up a little bit, you can see it's hot, so I bring it back down. I have on a cool palette, so I kind of am leaning towards that. That shadow behind me, I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is just bring it down so that I have a little bit. This light here, I'm going to I have another one. It's like a fill light. That's another thing. We're not even bringing it up. And now I can make this a little hotter without it looking crazy. The next thing I wanted to talk about is ear tags. Now, my ear tag, Apple AirTag, T-Mobile has them. Different companies make them. I put them in my luggage. I actually hide them in the pockets of my luggage in the packing cube. The caveat is you need Wi-Fi for it to communicate, but it has allowed me to track my bags when I haven't gotten the notification from the airline. Delta pretty much is on it, and they will give me notifications about when the bag made it to the plane, when the bag got off the plane, so I have an idea. The next thing, these are my, like, for real, must-haves. These are Euro. Why are having Euro important? If you're going to Europe, you can order your currency, get you some change. Why? Because I fly military Space A, so I have not disembarked in a commercial airlines since I went to a film festival in Cannes in 2021. In the train stations, their bathrooms, you have to pay €1. And I saw so many people caught outside. Sometimes they have a card at the turnstile and they have an attendant right there, and sometimes they don't. So you gotta rush off to the ATM. When you go to the bathroom and you just got off a long train ride, you ain't got time for that. So have you some currency in the countries that you are going to. You can order it from your bank. I don't recommend getting it at the airport. I have done that at Dulles, got ripped off. Did it at also did it at Tyson's Corner, got ripped off. Get it from your bank is probably the best way. And just have about $5 or $10. This is something left over from my trip. I don't have a whole lot. I think a total of €11, €11. But when I travel, I know I have change, so I can use the restroom, and it's just like a little oasis. You've got music going. You can quickly wash up, change your undergarments, wash your hair quickly, and they keep it nice and clean. I wish somebody would have told me that when I went to Germany a few years back. You're scrounging around for change, and it's actually late at night, so have you some change. The next thing I want to talk about is mainly safety related. Door stops that alarm. Mine is packed away. I up-checked it before I left. I haven't had to use them yet. And another thing I want to have that's not charged. This is a travel size carbon monoxide detector. Must have, especially when you are staying in an Airbnb or a hotel and it does not say that they have carbon monoxide, because in certain countries it is not required. Travel with your own. I also had a carbon dioxide detector. And why was that important? When I had traveled to the UK, they had given me a room next to the gate bringing the cars in on base. I was dead asleep and this thing went off. It's a carbon dioxide detector, and it was way high, and I was lightheaded and really tired. I had to end up staying there another day between the jet lag and that wasn't a good thing. So the next time I stayed there, I was like, don't put me over there near the gate, because I got sick. I would not have known that that's what it was without that detector. Carbon dioxide, thankfully, isn't a deadly on-site type of thing like carbon monoxide is, and it's good to have both. Again, they are Amazon purchases I made, and I will have them linked in the description. I cannot tell you how many times I got looked at like I was crazy. But when I get on those aircraft or on a train, the first thing I'm doing is taking a Clorox wipe, and then I'm following it up with some Lysol. It's no guarantee. I am wiping the seatbelt, the buckle, the tray that comes out. Sometimes I'm spraying the air because people are coughing and hacking and this and that and the third. It may not help. It just helps me mentally. I got to do something to protect myself. This last thing, out of my top 20 items, this is a must-have. I'm a woman, and any woman watching this will know what this thing is. These are feminine wipes. I don't care what these gynecologists say, you don't need it. Yes, you do. You were traveling, lifting bags, running for trains, you're doing stuff. You're physically active. It's a workout. I also recommend you pack at least 2 or 3 sets of undergarments because you may be delayed. They may lose your check bags. If you don't have nothing else, you should have clean undergarments. And when you have a whole pack of these with your own washcloths, some of y'all don't use them. I did not know that until I got to Europe, and I can tell. So that rounds out my top 20 list of the things that I travel with every time I'm on a move, whether it's internationally or not. And like I mentioned, we do have affiliate links. So if you do click on anything, that's a link in the description of this episode. You're helping me out, and I appreciate you. Now let's talk about my own shop. That if you see some merch that may pique your interest. So some of you may be noticing this shirt, and you know who these beautiful queens are: Josephine, Eartha, Nina, Tina, and me. Eventually, I will have it so that I'm spending the majority of my time not living CONUS. And last year was my journey to start doing that, and it was fabulous, darling. So, how do you get a hold of this? This is a shirt I made. I'm looking for my banner, y'all. Where is my shop at? Here we go. If you want merch like this, if you want this specific shirt, go ahead and shoot us an email and put Josephine in the title, and I can get you the shirt made. I have my stuff with me on the road. $20 plus shipping. So I love this. I have this in blue and black. Oh, and more about my shop. We have products ranging from mugs, tumblers, and t-shirts to journals. I actually have a journal, my journal from my shop. I'm so proud of this. I designed this in Canva, and I had it printed by a third party, and it is in my shop. So if you order it, it comes right to you. It has about, I think about 100 pages. I'm not sure. I forgot the specifications of it. But it's a lined journal hardcover designed by Moore. Also, if you are a fan of snarky Gen X humor, I am building products around that to support my upcoming membership. I want to talk about that in a minute, but I want to my commercials here. I have 2 of them, and if you've watched my other videos, I'm tickled pink about this. Why is this not here? Okay, so I got a question for you. Are you petty? I am. Are you Gen X petty? I most definitely am. And so, take a...
We've got something to share. We're really proud of our product and are excited to make it available on our website. Check it out now.
Okay, so I played my merch ad, and I want to say to recap. So to recap, we talked about my top 20 must-have travel items when you hit the road, and give you some tips specifically for international travel. And all that can pertain, and all of those things that I gave you also can pertain to domestic travel, except for the Euro to go to the bathroom. Remember to tailor your list to your specific needs and visit my website for more resources. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment on any other, especially if you agree with the list or I missed some things that you actually have that we can actually discuss in the comments. Thank you. I'm going to play our outro now. So again, just bear with me. It's been a long day of taping, y'all. Thank you for tuning in, and if you enjoyed this content and would like to support the channel, go ahead and click on the coffee cup icon, which will take you to a landing page that will show you donation levels beginning at $5. You can do it on a one-time basis, or you can do it as many times as you want. This helps us continue to grow, and I'm really looking forward to growing our community of mature crafty creators who love to travel and DIY papercraft on a budget. My name is Angel Chestnut, and I really appreciate Appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, ciao for now.